for bloopers.
Welcome to the first unofficial Brambleton vlog, representing.
No, we changed something. I'm not doing a hostage video anymore.
Representing all of Brambleton and of the entirety, and representing all things Bram, dealing with everything that you can possibly deal with in the Brambleton community.
Wait, like all Brambleton?
Most of the southwest corner, Mikeville is really what we're talking about.
Oh, what's Mikeville?
Okay, so what Mikeville is, it's the corner of our little morning walk drive area where everybody on the block is named Mike.
Everybody's named Mike?
Well,
it's like two at least.
Hi, Mike.
Yeah.
Oh, we got Mike.
yeah. So, anyway, every episode, what you're going to do is, if you like what we're doing here, I'd like you to go ahead and click below, click the follow, give us a massive thumbs up, and let us know that you really like this channel, so we really appreciate that.
Wait, what? Click what?
There's below, like all my favorite vloggers, like Tim Tracker and Evan Tube and all those ones. I always saw them click below, and I thought
yeah, that's a thing.
That's the thing?
yeah, I always click. Yeah, that's below. I don't know. Do that in post.
All right.
Whatever that is. Anyway, so we'll just do the first topic, I guess. Okay. So what we'll do is we talk about things important to Brambleton people, and by Brambleton people I mean us. And so the first topic I'd like to talk about, I think for all of us, school's back in session, and of course all of our kids go to the school that's off of Creighton. Not Creighton's Corner, that's where they went before.
No, it's Parrot School.
Parrot one.
Parrot School.
Yeah, it's important to be involved in your community, and that's why we make sure to be very involved in what our kids do, to really know the ins and outs of that. And so I believe it's Madison's promise that the kids go to there, and so we're as you can tell, we're deeply familiar with this, so that's why we feel we can share these things with you as the experts of the things that that school school there. Okay.
Yeah.
But I did hear that there were some issues with some traffic this year. As I've heard, the school has become filled to. Last I heard, there were 20,000 students there.
Well, so obviously you've been up there recently. Have you been up there recently?
No, first day, that stuff.
Thursday and first day.
I've been there in terms of I've been represented by my wife.
Okay.
But in spirit, I heard it's bad. I've never been.
Yeah. So I mean, I just heard. I actually haven't been there.
I am Mike.
Oh, okay.
Well, he's walked there. Yeah.
It's a model
so he
parent.
walked there.
Yeah.
So I've heard. So anyway, this is what I used to do. So I think the line backs up. I've heard on the drop off. What I used to do is all the suckers will line up. I just go around, okay, and then I park in the parking lot, and I just drop the kids right off and skip the line. I'm like, see you, suckers. So
how is that this year? It's pretty empty, right?
Yeah.
Because they closed off the parking lot.
They closed it off.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. So if you're hearing that little bump, that's not a speed bump. That'll be one of the cones that you're taking for a drive around the parking
How
lot.
does that affect you?
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about these cones that they're talking about. All I know is that I like to drop my kid off on my timeline. So I don't understand why everyone else feels like they get upset with me. I used to get some people that would yell at me, "Oh, don't do that, you're skipping the line." And I thought, well, I've got to get my kid to school, and I got to go to work. I mean, I don't know about...
You know, if everybody skipped the line, they'd go faster.
I'm Mike.
Oh, that's a sick burn.
No, I'm not one of those quote guys, okay? No, I just did it one time. Okay, maybe twice. I just did it again. See, maybe... Whatever.
Anyway, traffic.
Traffic, yes.
Traffic.
It's horrible.
So I've heard that you have the choice of being walkers.
Oh, so I'm terrified of that.
No, right.
Seriously, that's...
I'm terrified of walking too.
Yeah.
No, I think
The kids
we're not talking Walking Dead walkers.
Have you been walking to school around that 7 a.m. time? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Zombies.
Hey, Mike.
You have? Okay, well he says he's seen them.
Yeah.
So, okay, walkers are scary. What about driving? Any thoughts on that from the panel here? I know, like I said, we're definitely the ones to be talking about this, so we...
I don't know anything about that either either.
Not so much.
No, they just send them.
I'm Groot. I'm Mike.
But that's because he used to have the bus. But he doesn't have the bus anymore. You got a year of the bus.
Next topic. I want a quick shout out here. People at HOA has a tough job. I mean, you have to represent the developer and all the things and all the money that wants to be made here and all that stuff. At the same time, you have to pretend to represent the people here until you build enough houses. But today, I'm telling you, I mean, I don't know when it's going to air, but today the rain was just pouring, and I tell you what, as I was driving by, I don't know, on North Star, those sprinklers, they were on like clockwork. And I tell you what, I can appreciate that because that tells me, like, you know, sort of like faith in things. Like, I know those sprinklers are going to go off on time. I know that those lawns next to that construction site are going to be green. And yeah, even if there's a monsoon coming down, like there has been rain, like it's been raining the last 48 hours, but damn it, those things got watered on time twice a day using that water. And I thought, that's fantastic because I can count on that.
I'm Mike.
No. It's Brambleton water. So it's obviously a much higher class of water than rain.
You really got to clean that rainwater off with Brambleton water.
Yeah, it just pollutes the
It comes from the reservoir and then through pipes.
It's better water.
Yeah.
It's better.
It wants
It's better.
cloud water.
Oh, speaking of better, kudos, by the way, thanks to Ingmar who's hosting us today in his house. By the way, these Hathaway houses,
Wait a minute.
fantastic. I being in the Rosemar, I really didn't see what I was missing out on, but great digs, man.
Oh, you like this?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a hell of a chandelier.
Yeah.
We went for a thing, really stuck with it.
Yeah. Okay, and the next topic I thought would be good to discuss on our inaugural show here, and all things Brambleton, is as this is one of many ways to get the word out, I thought maybe we talk a little about, I talk about the B sites, I guess I call them. You have Be Informed, Be Alert, Be Wise. Oh, that's software. Well, yes.
I'm Mike.
Oh, of course, yes, and the Morning Walk Drive site as well, of course. I just want some thoughts on that. First of all, Ingmar, I know you're relatively new to the neighborhood.
Yeah.
What do you think about for example, the Be Alert site? Do you have thoughts on that? We'll kind of go around and have thoughts.
You know, I kind of feel there's more bees that we could have. There could be be friendly, be enthusiastic. There could be pet alert. There's different kinds of bees that are out there. There can be more. There can be a.
Well, be alert. I know Kelvin.
Yeah, so I think the challenge is really understanding when you're on a bee site, like how to make the best use of it. Because I know my experience with Be Alert is really an early warning system to door-to-door salesmen.
Yeah, which is important if you think about it.
Yeah.
I don't want
stuff.
No.
No.
Another thing I think that is phenomenal is that they have all these B sites and all these different ways to get the word out there. I love the fact that they use none of them and instead use the Friday Flash, or I think like what, 4 people actually read. I think it's phenomenal because I mean you were in marketing. I think that's the way to do things, right? I mean you tell me. I mean I don't. You're the expert here.
Yeah, no, I mean, as everyone knows, the first rule of marketing is camouflage.
Right.
You know, you don't want to be seen. You need to be found. So, you know, putting a PDF, long ass PDF in a blandly named email is definitely camouflage.
Better than putting it like on a Facebook page or Twitter.
Oh yeah. Because you know, if
Who looks at Twitter?
What?
Nobody looks at Twitter.
Is there a Twitter page?
You got to look at a PDF.
Well, the fact that
Yeah.
well, again, I think part of the success is the fact you don't know that. I think is that's a win. I think because if you knew that, I mean, people would know, and it's like less of a club feel to Brambleton. If you like, people knew like, oh, there's a Twitter page, and there's you know, things like that. So I think that's great. I think you know, keep on keeping on there. You know, another thumbs up when we have a lawn tax here.
Yes.
To do that.
Unique to Brambleton, the lawn tax, aka hiring True Green or Campbell's, and some of their sects where, you know,
So they're what?
Well, some of their employees have broken off and
sects.
started their own.
Okay.
Yeah, and started their own kind of thing there. So yeah, I'm not a fan of the Brambleton yard tax.
Mandatory.
It's unfortunately we're in socialism right now.
Well, I think it's great. I think it's a great way to keep the right kind of people here. And just, if you're going to come live here, we want you to know that like we're not going to tell you what's going on. We're going to water those lawns in the rain and to set an example so that people like us know like you're going to pay for that, because if not, you don't need to be. Go move on. Go to West Virginia. Go to Leesburg, man.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean we don't need that.
We love grass, just not a lot of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just so much grass.
And you definitely don't have a lot of it when you use one of the landscape companies, because they just cut whatever's growing out of the ground,
Right.
as you discovered, right?
Hey, Mike.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. The fences, that's great. I love that. And I've heard that recently, now have you heard about this? That now they are letting people start to treat their fences a little bit. Again, I thought part of the charm of Brambleton, this is disappointing to me actually. I thought one of the charms of this place was watching the fences slowly rot. I thought was pretty awesome. So I thought it was like an old school, like that
Yeah.
barn across the way that's like falling apart. I thought like the fences would kind of match that. I thought that was great. I thought it was like like this whole thing, and I was like, oh, now you can treat your fences so that they don't like actually fall apart on you. Not a fan. I was really I'm team falling apart fence.
You don't want them looking new forever.
Right.
I think every fence should have 3 parts.
It took me a second.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah, he got that quicker than I did. Yeah.
Every fence should have a lower section that's pet height for what they do. There should be a
What do they
top
do?
section for the kids climbing over. And then the middle should be the one that really takes the longest to look old.
Make sure the holes in that. Oh, speaking of the B sites, that for the peeping toms to look in. I think it's important you have fences that enable that. I think that you have to have a certain number. I think like certain number of holes per square inch.
The exciting thing is they installed those when they built the houses, because we have those very special fence posts that lean over time. I don't know if, where they actually move away from
and
the house to
People
create
pay
space.
well, people pay big money for that.
Those are
anyway.
nice.
So I don't listen. Listen. The HOA, I'm trying to tell you, they are our friends and they know something. Like so, these people know what they're doing, okay? And I mean, how much do people pay in Italy just to see something like that? In San Francisco, people pay big money to fix some tower. Okay, that's not my point. But in Italy, big money. And it's
To see it leaning something.
at least
Leading something.
leaning something.
That place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, any other topics for our first inaugural? Anything else? Yes.
I am Mike.
Yes, of course. Also important, yeah, we're trying to keep things to local Brambleton. However, it is true, as it gets to the time of year, things we all like to do here. And yes, absolutely, the Renaissance Festival, definitely worth going to. And I believe, have you been this year? Ingmar, I think maybe you said you had been this year.
Oh, that was scary.
Oh,
Crossed the Potomac River, went into Maryland, into their Renaissance
it's
Festival.
by Annapolis, right?
It is by Annapolis.
Okay.
And the great thing about the Renaissance Festival is that every person gets to live out their personal medieval fantasy.
Sounds great.
Whatever it is.
I think for people here who don't do that, you can opportunity to bring your kids to somebody else's personal fantasy.
Absolutely.
Space.
Yeah. Every time your kids say, my family is weird, you can take them there and come back and say, told you so.
Not that weird.
Yeah. In the grand scheme of things, not that weird. There is a slide
Okay.
that my kids could ride on and did ride probably 40 times.
A medieval?
I am Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
No, not that kind of slide.
Like
Not that
medievals?
medieval.
Yeah, no.
It was a smooth.
Because I hear medieval, like usually people say, oh, medieval. Like,
No.
I guess it's not called the medieval festival, it's called the Renaissance, so it's a Renaissance slide.
Oh yes, it's an enlightened slide.
It's an enlightened slide.
Not pretty good.
Yeah.
Jousting, did they have that?
They had jousting. The jousting was very dynamic.
What does that mean, dynamic?
It wasn't. It felt a little bit like the World Wrestling Federation. Obviously, the whole thing, you're just not sure if they really knew who was going to win in advance.
Okay.
But you kind of felt they knew.
Interesting. I've looked at that online. I must admit that did look kind of appealing to go to. Is it a good slice of like American culture, would you say?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah?
That is definitely a slice of American culture.
Wow.
But with that, actually, the first of many fall goings-on, fall festivals. There's Cox Farms, which is right down the road.
What is this place again?
COX Farms. It's a place Yeah, it's
It's the internet provider, right?
no, different, maybe the same people, but no, this is a far,
Yeah,
there's like, I
satellites there.
have to bring this up. Big news, we should open with this. Hello, One Loudon, it's not Brambleton, Trader Joe's, which
That's
has
huge.
been
Wow.
the only thing anyone around here has talked about. I know there's been like a hurricane and, there's been, we're tariffing China, but no, this Trader Joe's, to me, that's the only thing I've heard about all summer long, and now it's finally open.
Mm-hmm.
And in a week from when we're filming this, so by the time you're seeing this probably, they're gonna have pumpkin stuff there.
Wow.
By the time this is posted, will you have gone?
Yes,
Oh.
How was it?
it was good. The pumpkins were, they have a pumpkin cereal chocolate tea
Ooh, I like
coffee
that.
chip,
Wow.
That is quite
pancake,
delicious.
waffle, yogurt,
That really is an
'Cause I feel-
all-
foot cream.
Do you feel like-
Just so preview for next time, again, if you remind you again, please click below, subscribe, and we'll get alert every time this thing comes up. Next time, what we're going to do on the spot, we're going to look at a couple things that are important to us. I'm going to interview people at the veterans. No, don't touch the chandelier. Yeah, this is his house. I will be on the spot. I will be checking people who pull into the veteran spots at the Harris Teeter. I'll be making sure people are true veterans. I feel like that. I think there's some people parking that aren't. So I'm going to make sure. I'm going to make sure there, and we'll interview people. We'll have that. So I'll be out of studio, and you guys will host that next time and throw it to me there. And looks like we also have some other things going around. We'll be some more in the town interviews to get out to the people. As again, we feel like we do. Of all the people in Brambleton, I think the four of us here do represent, I think, the most knowledge base of really anybody here. So I think we should. Okay, folks. So that was our first inaugural episode. I hope it was enjoyed. Again, we talked about please click subscribe down below and give the thumbs up. Also, any thoughts about the future? Things we can do around the town, by all means leave your comments down below. We're curious to hear about
down
what
there.
Wait.
what you have to hear.
What do you mean comments?
Put the comments below, guys.
Yeah, there's a space where they can put, this is a YouTube channel, so they can write comments.
Right
about what-
down there.
Just remember, we're all parents. We're just having fun. Have a sense of humor. Let's be nice.
Oh,
He is Mike.
it's Mike.